the Quran affirms the Bible and stuff like that. The first three generations, even if you're saying that, I don't believe that's true. But even if that's the case, the Prophet Muhammad overthrows all that, because the Prophet Muhammad is the final authority, right? So even if these scholars are saying there's some parts of the Bible that are true and stuff, the Prophet Muhammad overthrows it, because the Prophet Muhammad, the Quran says follow the Prophet Muhammad. And here's what Ibn Kathir says in his commentary: now has come to you our messenger, the Prophet Muhammad, explaining to you much of what you used to hide from Scripture and passing over much. So the Prophet Muhammad explained where they altered, distorted, changed, and lied about Allah. He also ignored much of what they changed, since it would not bring any benefit, as it was explained. This is Tafsir Ibn Kathir, Part 6, page 88. And Ibn Kathir wrote an entire book on how the Bible's corrupt. In Ibn Kathir al-Bida al-Nia, Volume 2, page 152 to 153. And the reason why the Quran talks about the Torah and Injil is because they're prophecies of the Prophet. That's why you're not. I don't think you're understanding that. There's certain prophecies, and those parts are true. Now, whether the Islamic claim is true or not, that's a separate topic. But the icing on the cake is Tafsir Ibn Kathir, Volume 1, page 178 to 179, where a Jewish boy admits that the Prophet Muhammad is found in their scriptures. So the Quran is saying they're prophecies of the Prophet Muhammad, and that's why the Jews and Christians have to ignore, their books and follow the Quran according to Islamic theology and according to the Quran chapter 5 verse 58 and things like that. So the Quran needs to be followed by everybody, including the Jews and Christians, and that Torah and Injil is outdated. It's done. So the real argument is follow the Prophet Muhammad, because the Jews and Christians, because the Jewish and Christian scriptures are pointing to Muhammad according to Islamic claims. So that's my final thought on it.
All right, thank you, Ehteshaam. Now, on the issue of Jeremiah 8:8, you argued that Jeremiah 8:8 affirms the corruption of the Torah.